intro.
We don't got no intro. We don't
We
got
ain't
no
got no
intro.
intro. We are our intro.
What's up, y'all? You are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen and MJ. This is an adult content show with no limitation on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of our hosts, our guests, and our subsidiaries. Please note that we're also not physicians, nor are we attorneys. So we are doing our research, and that is the information we're sharing with you. And we welcome you to join us in researching this wonderful plant and other plant medicines. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
I just added a bunch of shit to that intro. I feel like, can we change that from lime green to some other green?
So you're not supposed to read off of that, but yeah, I mean that's like those. It's like it's the lime green from the
Gotcha.
from the warning.
What's up,
Hey,
Jen?
So you know how you can't read that shit either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can even put some letters, something behind the background so it shows
What's
up
up,
more.
Kelly?
What up, everyone?
Yo, I just got kicked off of TikTok for the most ridiculous fucking reason on the planet. There's no reason more ridiculous than this one.
I don't even understand why people even use this shit anymore. It's like everything that gets banned, the good stuff, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's like,
have we talked about on the show how China controls our algorithm?
I don't think so.
So China owns TikTok basically, and they control our algorithm. I was seeing this months and months and months ago. And then I just keep seeing reoccurrences of the same kind of information, but basically they make sure Americans get the worst kind of content, like the shit that just would not make anybody happy to live their lives day to day. There's some positive shit in there, but it's like a lot of like, first of all, it's just like a lot of sounds, which is like, what are we doing here? It's kind of like a dumb down, right? But also there's a lot of like drama and stuff like that. And that kind of stuff is highlighted. And don't get me wrong, I like other people's
divisiveness and such.
Right. I love other people's drama too. But when you're fed a diet of other people's drama, you also start having more drama, and it actually affects your daily life. And they're doing it on purpose because they want to dumb us down like we need it anymore.
Well, and that's, I mean,
yeah,
that's what I've, there's, I don't know if it's a study or just an article, but basically talking about the social media with the quick clips, and we're not, that it's giving us such short attention spans.
Correct.
And then even the multimedia, we all do it, where we've got a computer open, a phone on, a TV on, a radio, and all this. Yeah, guilty. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I am so guilty of that. I'm so guilty of it. It's yeah, and well, yeah, and so but in China they control their media. And so what they see in China is it's a like kind of propaganda.
Yeah, very
geared towards like kids doing things that are positive towards like talent and humanitarianism and community and things like, I mean, the propaganda it is what it is. They're doing it to control people, but also there's I don't know. I don't agree with state-run stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to create better citizens in China, basically, or, citizens that obey and also do positive things. They want them to go and be excel in things and be excellent. Right. And they want us to be dumb. And
superior, right? It's always been like, that's the word, right?
Right. And so they have this avenue to do it. The reason I keep going back is because I have childhood trauma, and no, I'm just kidding a little bit. But no, I do go back. Like, it's like an abusive relationship a little bit. Like they beat us down and then we come back. But the reason I do like TikTok is because of the way you can make the videos, like the interface of it.
Yeah, the interface is good.
That's the thing that's really super appealing about it. But then also, like, I was just talking about this. I have like 11.9 thousand followers on TikTok, and I do not get nearly that much attention.
Right, the views, like, when you are live,
Right.
like, and I wonder, I mean,
I'm
how
shadow banned like a motherfucker, and I have been since the
mhm,
beginning because if you look around,
yeah.
they definitely suppress the voice of the plant lovers around TikTok.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
I definitely don't have I mean, I know there is a lot of, and I feel like because I'm not as active pushing the buttons of the cannabis or plant, like, I don't even see the black forager on my, stuff as much anymore for
They
some
definitely
whatever reason.
They definitely
Um,
suppress, creators of color too, so that happens a lot, which is why, like, if you are on TikTok and you ever see those, like, follow trains, like, they have a black woman follow train, and if you see a black woman on TikTok, follow her, and if you're a black creator on TikTok, she'll follow you back. I don't give a shit if they follow me back or not. I would love it for sure. But like also, like if I follow them, then that's going to increase their algorithm to get out and be seen. And they might
right,
have something important to say. So
right, right.
oh,
But that's and that
TikTok.
is the shit on, the algorithms and what's being seen and who's being seen, when it's
So
being seen. I mean, how many people have been like, "Well, I got the notification that the show is starting." Yes, like
yeah.
the day before or like the day
Right, right,
after the
right. That
show.
happens. That happens to us a lot too. If you are watching us right now from whatever platform you're watching us on, go ahead and share with your friends. Copy the link, share it on one of your social platforms, whatever. Let them know that we're here every Monday and Wednesday at 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. That's 5:20 Central. That's 6:20 on the East Coast, and that's 3:20 on the West Coast. We like to celebrate 420 with the West Coast before we leave. So that's always the plan. I looked through all these questions today and I did not pick one. I went and got
What all
distracted by
which
something else.
questions?
I was looking at the would you rathers. And so
Oh, yeah.
I have to pick one live. But so so what happened on TikTok today was we didn't even tell that part of the story was that I said, oh shoot, I forgot my jewelry in the other room. That's what I said. And they said, we're cutting you off. You can't say that. I didn't realize it was because of something I said. It was Kelly that actually pointed it out. She's like, didn't you say this? And I said, yeah, I said that. And then I was like, oh, it all clicks now. I said, oh shoot. And they took it as a pew pew pew.
Um,
And they cut
um,
me off immediately. They were like, no. So it's like
you can say the
all
F word, but don't say this word.
right, right, right.
You can
I
do
was like,
this, but
"That's
don't do this.
you just completely took me out of context, you little robot," you know?
Mhm,
And,
mhm.
like, can I get an updated list of words I can and cannot say on TikTok?
Right, right? Is there something
Mm.
that I mean, I know that there are lists out there, which is ridiculous, but, it's a thing, right? Shadow banning and, like, I don't even know how to it feels like spam mail, like, I send out an email, I don't even know if the person got it or not. Maybe it's
Right,
out there. Maybe they
right.
see it, maybe they don't.
I mean, there are some rules to the algorithm that I do know, and then there's other rules that I don't know. I know that one of the rules is that you should watch the video from beginning to end and then like the video. But
Mhm,
do not
okay.
like the video and then leave the video. Don't do that. You can like the video at the beginning of it if you want, but don't leave the video just because you liked it. Watch
Play it
it
all
to
the
the
way
end.
through. Yeah, play it all
Right.
the way through.
So that's one of the big ones. That's a big one. Um, like I can't keep up with whether or not we should use hashtags.
I know, which ones can you use it on, which ones are you not supposed to use it
I
on,
don't know.
which ones can you and that's even just from the when I do post socially, I'm like, "Which one am I supposed to do this on?" And I guess I just need
So
uh, anyway,
so yeah, I don't know things like that. And then like tagging people and you can like anyways, those things help boost.
I'm like, "If I share it, but you already shared it and you shared it and we shared it on our page," and then I'm like, "Am I just overshare?"
Yeah, they do get you on
Um,
spam sharing too. So like you have to be like really careful about using at least some different language in the post. Not just the hashtags, but also like other things, saying other things. And then like making sure there's not like repetitious, every post says the same thing language. Has to be like
mhm.
a little bit different from each post to post, and even from each account to account. Since we have accounts that are linked together, they'll be
Yeah,
like, this looks like spam if you try to
right.
post it on one of the other pages exactly as it is.
Yeah, you
So,
change it a little bit, and that's yeah. So it would be good to have our
but yeah, I got
cheater
kicked
note.
off for saying a word that is a common word in the English language that does not only refer to firearms, it refers to other things. So it's like kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
It's
I was like,
a
because I spent time, I was like, what? I was looking around the room. I was like, what could it have been? What could you have seen? I even conspiracy theoried my way because I had been prior to it, not when it happened, but like prior to it. I had been upstairs and there's a package upstairs that has like something in it that is related to that. Right. I'm even being careful with my language here because we're on the metaverse, whatever. So, but so I was like, do they know what's in that package? Like, how do they know what's in that package? What's going on? Like, I don't
what is
know.
going on? And yeah, it's
And
a
then it
word
was
to
like
not curse. Use a curse word. Like, come on.
simply that I said a word that implies something in certain context, but not in that context. I was referring to my jewelry. So this is ridiculous. This is like a little. How is that a word? On you know how you can set we can do it here too. You can set certain words are not allowed to be said, or they have to be hidden and then revealed by the other users if they want to see that language or whatever. Sometimes
Right,
it's real dumb, but it's
right.
usually like strong curse words or derogatory terminology or something like that. But like not what I just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep I you know I
It's
was
like
even
instead
getting
of saying
nervous,
"oh poop," yeah, are you
right? I was even getting nervous when people were saying it in the comments on a completely different platform. I was like, oh, stop saying it. So yeah, I
uh,
don't know. It's kind of crazy to me.
it is. I mean, those all the algorithms in general. The fact that we have to be like, oh, the algorithm isn't playing nice. Go do this so you can be seen more. It's
Yeah,
annoying. It's
it's
annoying
super
that
annoying.
I mean, and I do see my reg, but if I want to, I do use Facebook to actually keep up with people that I don't, and I need to. Maybe 2023 is like more direct contact. We talk about direction and
Yeah,
focus.
well,
I'm like,
it's
maybe I
gotta
need
be.
more like
It's gotta be. We're going into a recession right now, and things are, yeah, I mean, you guys see like how much were eggs for you? They're $14 in some places. Does that tell you?
7.99 for a dozen was what I
14
think I saw.
14.99 I saw online in some places.
And I'm sure that was like the whatever King Super eggs.
Y'all, that's beef jerky prices.
Yeah. I mean, and I get it. I get the whole avian flu, like we talked about that, and that's what kind
Well,
of, like, but
well, that's happening in mass production, but
right,
small farms so far hasn't hit them yet. So small farms,
right.
if you buy local, there's a high likelihood that you could get a better price
Yeah.
because
Or
they're
if you
not
have
they're
chickens.
not experiencing that. I mean, if you want to get into that, that's cool. I'm not. Listen, there's
Mm-mm.
things that I can do in this life. And I think that it's everything. I think that I can do everything. What's up? I think I can do everything. And then I start doing things and I'm like, this is not for me. And I think chickens would be one of those things. I think I would be like, yay, chickens. And then I'd be like, no, fuck this. What? Why are we doing this? Just go buy them. Let's find a local farm. Let's find somebody that this is their talent. This is what they
Right, that
do.
someone's already doing
This is
it. They've
they're already
already
doing it. They've already invested in this project. I don't want to do this. This
they're
doesn't
ready to
seem
co-op, they're ready to share their eggs because they get so many.
yeah.
Um, I
You
mean, I
would
have
I'm not
locals
afraid
out here,
to
but
like we have predators too. So like I don't want to attract predators into my yard by having yet another animal they could swoop up. Like no. Just no.
yeah, yeah, no, I couldn't have chickens up in here.
Mm-mm. I've had a couple of friends that have done okay, so I know some people that are actively doing kind of like farm life situation, but then I've had a couple of friends that are like, I'm gonna get chickens, and then they do it for a little while and they like co-opt it, you know, like so
Mhm.
they don't even have to take care of them full time, right? And then they ended up getting out of that shit. Nope. This is
Oh.
I'm gonna go to the natural grocers and pay $15 for my eggs. Like what?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything on my local pages of anyone selling eggs. I did see someone post something about duck eggs that they had, and they're like, "We know what we got," and then like hashtag some,
It's
gold
like
or something like
gold,
that. I was
yeah.
just, yeah.
What is the great apocalypse of 2023? I mean, just you know what I said the other day? I said, let's get some bidets in here before somebody goes buying all the toilet paper again because it feels like it's going to be a renewed problem. It feels like we're going to have to go through this again. I, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's too much. It's too much. I can't believe eggs are the same price as beef jerky in some places. That's crazy.
It is, and the fact that they are sold out like a motherfucker.
Yeah, like
That's
what
a thing. It's like they are sold out. So, I mean, I guess lack of production, lack of stock or whatever, and then for us, it's driving them up the freaking mountains.
yeah,
Like
for sure. Hey, were you the one that was telling me that there's a guy maybe on TikTok or Instagram that recreates old recipes,
oh yeah,
not
yeah,
using eggs, right? Not using eggs.
yeah, not
We gotta
using eggs.
maybe we reach out to him. I want to know more about this because we're hitting I mean, we might not have access to eggs.
Yeah, like he did, like today he did a beer bread. So it was beer, yeast, baking soda, um, and salt maybe, and that was it, and flour.
Interesting.
And yeah, and he mixed it all up, and he's like, it's an ugly dough. He's like, it's an ugly piece of bread, but it's fabulous. He's made cakes that again, like no sugar cakes. He made a pinto bean cake the other day that
Doesn't sound
whatever.
appealing, but I
It does
mean,
not, but he does it. He like shows you the ingredients. He shows you the baking of it. He does a couple different ways that he does it, which is cool because he keeps it fresh. Um, and then
it's so interesting to me.
and then he tries it and gives the reaction. And
What
so
if he's
far the one
lying to us?
I know, but I mean it's pretty genuine. It's I don't
Okay,
know.
but I knew this woman one time. I knew this woman one time. Turns out she was a terrible person, I knew this woman one time and then she would like be able to like eat something and be like, "Oh no, it's real good." And then hand it to her significant other for him to eat it, for it to be like one of the most disgusting things he'd ever put in his mouth. She had
Really?
like this whole ability to like mask her real reaction.
Interesting. Wow, poker face.
I
I mean,
mean,
I'm
turns out she was a big fat fucking liar. But anyways,
that's I mean that's worse than being like smelling it, being like, ew, smell this after you've already been like, ew.
that's my MO. Ooh, you got to smell this.
This is
Like I can't
disgusting.
be the
Smell it.
only one that has to smell this smell.
This is gross. Eat. Look at
Put it in your mouth. Ew, no.
it.
Yeah, so she would do that. She would like eat something and then be like, "Yeah, no, it's delicious. You should try this." And then he would every time. Every time.
every time, and he would fall for it every time.
Just
He like
about
couldn't
every
couldn't figure it
time.
out. I mean, like, are you? It's like Charlie
I think
Brown
she,
and
like,
Lucy
mixed
with the
in
football.
I think she mixed in sometimes, like, giving him good stuff. And so I don't think he
Oh,
could
like
ever
vitamin in it, like
like, no, like, stuff that tasted good, like, "Oh, no, it's good," and it's actually good. So I think she, like,
oh, it
mixed
wasn't all the
in
time.
right, the decoy of good food versus the sneak
Yeah,
attack
the
of
sneak.
the
So she kept him on his toes, like wasn't really like always just so
yeah,
consistent.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes it
Man,
was really good.
man. Are we
So fucking weird.
talking? Speaking of shortages, are we gonna bring up the toilet paper thing?
I mean, is it happening again? Because oh, yeah, because that's what I was saying. We should get bidets because I'm afraid there's gonna be a toilet paper shortage again. And
Yeah.
anyways, you should just wash your ass.
I mean, that's how other countries do it. They use the toilet paper to dry or the paper to dry their butt, not
Right.
to wipe their butt.
Or in an
Because they don't
emergency
have a
situation, but not like right,
flushing system usually. So that's why water is
is
typically
necessity.
the
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
And also you squat over the
oh, the
toilet
toilet.
or the hole, whatever. You
Yeah.
squat over it. In a lot of countries, you squat over it. It's actually better for your bowels, everybody. This is
It's
let's talk about shit that makes you uncomfortable corner hour. I don't know.
Hey, I got a squatty potty for
I have
Christmas.
too.
I
I'm
know,
so
I
happy for
know.
you. I'm
That's why
so
I was like,
happy for you.
mom was like, "What do you want for?" I keep wanting to say Halloween, and I know it was not, but for Christmas, and I was like, "Squatty potty," and we went back and forth a couple of times. She's like, "They don't have any of the wood ones," and I'm like, "Well, then I don't want it. I don't want a plastic one."
I love the plastic one actually because I feel like the angle is better. So the wood one is upstairs and the plastic one is downstairs. The angle, just because the angles are better, like it's just like I feel
You
like
have
the
the
wood one has like a little bit of an arch, the one we have, and so it makes my feet fall asleep. And but how
well, there are
long
different models.
how long
Yeah.
are you on the toilet? Don't let's skip that one.
It's supposed to help speed up, like, the whole thought process is the anatomy and how our body sits, and that's why
Yeah,
squatting like in nature,
it's better
yeah,
and
how your back,
faster.
how your back
Yeah.
is lying, yeah, how your bowels are, crunched over or whatever. It's all relative,
Yeah.
right?
Also
Makes
drink more water, y'all. Drink
yes,
more water. Drink more water. Get
drink
everything
more
pushing and
water.
moving. Speaking of, let's hydrate.
Only when I was a kid, I know. I was like, when I was a kid, should have told me that more.
If you want a CBD water that tastes just like water, you can go to our website, www.queenkittyseltzer.com, and order you some cans. The shipping is it's kind of high for cans because they're cans, they're liquids.
Yeah,
But
we did flat rate shipping, y'all, but
we
the flat
did the
rate is
best
flat.
we could. We did the best we could. And also just I would say because of that, I would say order more than a 4-pack so that you could get your money's worth on the shipping cost, at least. So that's why I was saying that. It is what it is. We also have apparel on the site. MJ's wearing our hoodie. I love this hoodie. It's one of my favorites. Yep, I love it. It's amazing. Get you one today. And we're working on more apparel, other types of apparel, and we're also looking at other types of products to offer. So stay tuned because Queen Kitty is going to blow your mind.
If it hasn't already.
It has. It has. You know it has. Yeah, so hydrate.
QueenKittySeltzer.com for all your Queen Kitty needs.
Yeah. I always tell people my favorite thing about it is that it doesn't have any sugar. And I find that a lot of these waters have added sugar, and that's not the point. And people don't look for it because it says it's water.
Yeah.
So then,
Or the sweeteners, artificial
right.
sweeteners, or even not natural sweeteners.
Yeah. So I like that it doesn't have any of that because and it tastes very clean because there's sugar in everything, and it really it's a killer. There's sugar in everything. And so we want to offer as many products as we can that are as clean as possible. And that's our goal. So, we've discussed gummies and things like that, but it was just, I don't know. We'll see what happens because you can't, I don't feel
It's
like you
hard
can
being
make
a
those.
white labeler for every, I mean,
Yeah.
we are not in that financial vein right now. So to keep wanting, it's like, gosh.
Yeah, but I just feel like, like those are kinds of things that you might not see with us because again, we just, the gummies work for people. I will grant you that, but also they have sugar in them and sometimes
Sugar.
that can be very counterproductive
Yep.
when you're medicating with cannabis especially. And so I just feel like we really just want to offer products that contribute to your wellness only and still like with this seltzer tastes good, so we're not trying to hide anything. We have a plain seltzer and it tastes like seltzer water. It's
A
delicious.
nearly naked seltzer.
Nearly naked.
Only has CBD and bubbles.
just just that just that.
Just CBD and bubbles.
So
Um,
check out our website. It's www.queenkittyseltzer.com, or you can check out our solo.to/queenkittyseltzer. And that has all of our information on it, all of the places where you can follow us or get in contact with us. And it also has our website listed. And you can order some today. There's just a few states that we can't ship to, and those are listed on our website as well. And yeah, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. Next.
next.
I said next. He knew I was talking to him.
Oh, next. We're gonna
So
make a shirt just for you next.
just for him. Yeah, that's our commercial. Thank you for listening. What is next on the my other thing, I was also mad about something else before the TikTok thing happened. I'm not mad about it. I'm just
posing a question.
and it's not even, you can't find the answer. This is very frustrating. It's very frustrating that there's no answer to this question.
They just thought it was a good marketing idea.
I guess. So why is Charmin called Charmin, y'all? Why it's spelled Charmin? And actually, the reason it's called Charmin is because one of the employees, I want to say, said called the toilet paper charming. And so, okay, but then they called it, so they used it as a marketing campaign, and then they changed the pronunciation of it to Charmin. I feel like, is it a German brand? Is there a reason why the CH might be an SH?
It doesn't say anything about that, but maybe it's just along the lines of someone in the company couldn't say couldn't pronounce Finnish. And so it became Charmin.
Gosh, she's gonna kick my whole ass for this. But so okay, so my
hey, I'm gonna name names.
My very close older relative, who I love very much. I love you very much. Not my mom cannot pronounce spinach. She pronounces it spinach. And I always correct her, and then she says, "Shut up."
Shut up.
Shut up. No, she doesn't say shut up.
I know.
But it would be funny if she did. It would be way funnier if she did. But no. So I think I should not be making fun of it because I do think it is a part of like her TBI that it's just like when I was younger, she was in a very severe car accident and she actually had to relearn how to walk and talk and like do the things that we just take for granted, by the way, you guys. And so when she was relearning to talk, some of those functions, you know, sometimes the body doesn't work how you want it to work. And so when she says spinach, it comes out spinach. And maybe it's because there's an S on the front, so then her brain just works it out that way. But it's a lovable little character trait. But there's another thing I was telling you that my mom does, and I don't know if you guys have relatives that do this. This is going to be like the one show my mom decides to listen to. Watch. She's going to be like, I'm going to listen today. But this other thing that my mom does that I kind of I've laughed about throughout the years is that, like, my mom talks like a normal, just like not really a strong accent, a little tiny bit of Southern accent, probably a little bit more than me, but like not a strong, in my opinion, not a strong Southern accent. But we are from the South. And then so sometimes she will pronounce words in an extremely Southern way. But like it started as she was getting older. So it was like her older relatives talked like that. So like maybe she's supposed to or something. I don't know. But like she says hurricane. Like, you've never called it that before, ever. Like, why are you calling it that now? Like, it's just been, so like things like that. So her language has changed a little bit over the last few years as she's gotten older. But yeah, language is such a funny little thing, isn't it? So in 1928, Hoberg developed a new toilet paper. So he's the inventor of this toilet paper or toilet tissue, which was apparently described by one employee as charming. Inspired by this, the company adopted the name Charmin for the product, although it was pronounced Charmin. That's it. That's the story. Do you want to know why?
It was advertising person. Nope. Just references that. Yeah. Nope.
That's it. That's the story. There's no reason why it was called Charmin. The only thing that I could think is that maybe there was like a speech impediment or something, or like a language difference. Like, but you know, Germany is like, German language is known for kind of its hard.
Right. But when I was Googling that, the whole thing as well, there were questions that came up is like, why is sugar,
okay, why is the American
sugar,
language such
sucrose,
a stupid,
like like, okay,
and it is in other languages though, like, you know, like that's how
yeah, exactly. And
sugar or whatever. So I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. You guys have hopefully gotten a handle on that. So when it comes to stuff like this, so yeah, I don't know. The American language is fucked. But is this an American? Yeah, I mean, because they took the word charming. It's Charmin. I was sitting with my roll of Charmin the other day, high as a kite, looking at my roll of toilet paper, like, why don't we call it Charmin? I was so upset about it. I was genuinely not thrilled.
I'm gonna segue this into, it's like the 90s show, if y'all haven't watched it yet, and this is gonna go in line with one of our questions. But that 90s show is hilarious. I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know, they're gonna fuck this shit up. No, it was cute. It was good. They did well.
Having grown up as a teenager in the 90s, at the point in time that they have on the timeline, I was graduating high school. But this is like, the references are very 90s, very much 90s.
Very 90s. So it's like, do they? Yeah, I don't know. Does it?
And they're teenagers.
Even though, I mean, we were watching that 70s show. Yeah,
right.
So like,
we were trying to get a glimpse. I was like, isn't it funny that Gen Zs are playing 90s teenagers? But
Yeah.
that's how it was in that 70s show. 90s teenagers were playing their parents.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, just I love that I love that they're bringing back characters. Um, uh, just I don't know. It was a super cute show. If you haven't watched it already, I definitely would recommend that on your Netflix watch list.
Yeah, they looped it in nicely. I mean, as far as like bringing it back and,
Hmm.
but
Giving us a
they're,
little taste.
yeah, little bit. I wonder how much those cameos for the original people will really happen outside of Red and Kitty.
Well, definitely,
Um,
I think Eric and Donna will continue to make appearances because it's really
and
kind of
Bob.
around, yeah, their family. But
Yeah,
I think they're old friends. They're still the only one we're not going to see is that what was his name?
the curly head guy.
Yeah,
Um,
he's in jail.
he's in jail. I don't think we're gonna see the sister either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think maybe she is she still kicking
Because
it?
I don't know, because that's she popped on and off, or they had her on and off because of life issues, life,
Life.
you know.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
looking it up right now, you guys. I'm gonna look up that 70s show real quick.
and but what else? What else are we watching? Anyone watching, reading, or listening to anything good? Um, I have a couple things that I'm trying to start reading. I've gotten like pages in, and then kind of forget to pick them back up again. Um,
Yeah, I do a lot of that.
uh, but watching, so blew through that. I don't know. I don't think the Circle. Do you know about the
Uh,
Circle?
I finished The Circle. Was super happy with the outcome of that.
It's
It was
mindless media, but that was yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny
so
yeah,
the sister will not be back ever.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, you know, I like to get into the mindless stuff. Because it's just, and you need a break sometimes. Sometimes I wasn't even watching it. I have no idea what happened on this season, honestly, for a lot of the circle.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yes, exactly. It was on, but also I would fall asleep during
yeah, right. But I was happy to see who won that. I think that's like I was gonna say that's the only reality TV I watch. It's not true. It's not true at all. I like to watch the Master Chefs and stuff when they come out.
Yes, yes, I do like the cooking shows.
I specifically like Master Chef because I love Gordon Ramsay.
What did I watch recently? There was a new one that was on while I was at Sisters. Shit. I don't
Mhm.
remember can't even remember what it.
Remember the 2 times that we were on, a radio broadcast and you said shit?
Yep.
Both times after they told us not to cuss on the air,
Yep.
and everybody thought it was gonna be me.
Nope. Nope. It's me.
Make me
Shit
laugh.
seems to be apparently my favorite word.
I have a question for everybody. What came first, the Brad or the Brad stereotype? Because I need to know. Is it nature or nurtured? Is it like
uh,
you're named Brad, so you have an obligation to act a certain way, or
you acted a certain way, and that's why something got named after you, and it just kind of
that? Right.
filtered out. Like it just.
Because no offense to no Brads on here, but I've met a lot of people named Brad, and not all of them, but like a lot of them fulfill the stereotype. Uh, and I want to know why.
So for those out there in the audience, can you explain what a Brad is?
I can say that it's a man who says, "Feel my muscles," while he's trying to be funny man on stage.
Is this different than a Chad? Or is a Chad and a Brad pretty similar?
Okay, so
They're in the same vein.
I feel like they're in a similar vein, but Chads are more, and I have a beloved Chad. I have some Chads that I really love, so not all of you fulfill this requirement, but uh I feel like they're both a little douchey, but also like there's an aggression to a Chad and not to a Brad.
I'll accept that.
You know?
Yeah.
Neither know. Neither one knows. Neither one knows. They don't know. They
Right.
don't have any idea. Excuse me. Yeah, not all. You know, when we say, things about individual groups, we don't mean all. We know that there are exceptions to all rules, and you're probably one of them. I hope that you are. I want you to be. Yeah, that was just a question I had on hand, just out of the blue. Just out of the blue. I just was like, "What is going on?"
If y'all are tuning in now, this is just a Monday banter show. We're just chilling and talking about rando things. That's what Mondays are for, is just to catch up on life and
Sometimes
talk about talk about other things
talk about
than our beloved cannabis.
Really, we wanna bring you 2 shows a week, but sometimes getting a show put together for a Monday that is, like, a serious thing can be kinda difficult, so we just wanna be here to hang out with you sometimes. I mean, sometimes we are gonna get that done in advance. What's up, Anna? And we're gonna get that done in advance and everything, but, Mondays are for banter, Mondays are for catching up, and so
For
that's what we're
flying by
doing.
the seat of our pants, because that's what we're the best at the cannabis closet.
Ah!
um,
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Mhm. I didn't pick a would you rather today. I was still looking, and then I got
hold on.
sidetracked. I
Yeah,
think I got sidetracked by the tickety tackadas.
tickety tockety. Um, is this a who are we rooting for in the Super Bowl question? Is that what
Well,
is going on there,
we're
or what?
not quite there yet, but we can all see who I'm gonna be rooting for to win all of the games so that we can get to the Super Bowl. Nexus has a different opinion than mine, but his opinion is wrong. And who else? Does anybody else still have a team that they're rooting for that's in the playoffs right now?
For the
Um,
sports ball.
for the sports ball? Who has if you don't have a team that you're rooting for, what kind of commercial do you hope to see for the Super Bowl? No,
Oh,
you're wrong.
Queen Queen Kitty's gonna be doing. Are we gonna announce this?
We can oh, dang. I forgot to do something today and I'm going to do it after the show. We'll say right now we are slated to do a Super Bowl party. I don't want to say where yet, and I don't want to give out too many details until we've nailed them all down, but we are planning to vend at a Super Bowl party. We're super excited about it. So no matter who makes it to the Super Bowl, we're going to be there. Rah, rah, shish, boom, bah, whatever you say, sis, boom, bah. I don't.
Sis Boomba, I think, yeah.
Like Charmin. Shish, shish, sis.
sis, 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 I don't know.
Anybody else
Shit.
other than Nexus being wrong? You know why he's wrong is because they're playing San Francisco in the next game, so they
Ooh.
can't win. I'm sorry for you, but I you know what else is if I'm not pulling for San Francisco, I am pulling for the Eagles. So If they did happen to win, I would be somewhat heartbroken, but also that's who I will pull for the rest of the layout of the
There you
games.
go. Now, is this the deciding bracket? Like, is this next whoever wins
Um,
this next round is going, or are we still in like playoff? Whatever. Like, is it playoff? What is it
we're in
called?
the playoffs right now. Let's see. Nexus could probably answer that question better than I can because I've honestly been paying attention to the games, but like not really paying attention to the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So these are the divisional games that were played this weekend. The next one is the championship games. So whoever wins the next two games, yeah, they're going to the
gotcha,
Super
gotcha.
Bowl.
All
Yeah,
right, go
yeah,
team.
go team. So we want. Does anybody want either Cincinnati or the Chiefs? Yeah. Does anybody want either of those teams or care about either of those teams? I have friends that love Kansas City. And of course, we have Missourians that listen to us. So I'm sure a few of y'all are rooting for Kansas City to go. Do we have any people from Ohio, Ohioans?
Oh, I have a lot of Ohioans that are going to be head in that direction, but not me.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Um,
I'm
like
there. I
even
am
if
there for
you
the commercials.
listen, even if you live in Ohio, you don't necessarily like the Bengals or the Browns. It's they're mm.
That
So
is true. That is true. I can. Yep. Yep. Um,
so so you would like to see the Eagles go against Cincinnati. What if the Niners win? Do you still want to see them go against Cincinnati or do you want to see them go against the Chiefs? I'm curious. I like talking a little bit about something I don't know enough about, but I know enough about it to talk about it a little bit.
I haven't even in the past couple years like tuned in for the commercials just because I don't have like live, TV kind of access, nor do I care to try and figure out how to see it. So I just wait for
So
the commercial recap the next day.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know if he airs the Super Bowl or not, but there's somebody that I follow a page on the Facebooks, and I follow this page, and on this page this this person on this page streams all of the San Francisco games.
Gotcha.
So then I go to the Facebook and I watch it there because I don't always have live TV either. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want Cincinnati so your teams are Philly and Cincinnati. I would like to see Cincinnati go also, I think. Um, yeah, Kansas City, I don't know. I hate to disappoint y'all out there in Kansas City, but I'm not a fan, by the way. I don't know if
Were
you
they there last year? Is that I don't even know.
Yeah, they've been pretty actually they've been steamrolling through. They've been doing like they've been at least in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl the last several years.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I thought.
yeah.
That in my limited knowledge of
That's
the
as
sports ball.
that's as much as I got to right now. I don't really pay attention to nobody else until it's time to pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
Until it's
So
time,
I'm
yeah.
like, are we winning or are we losing this year? And if we're winning this year, then obviously I know what's going on towards the end. But like literally, if San Francisco has a losing season, I have no idea what's going on after that. Like, because I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. I'm mad about it. I'll be back to root for y'all next year. We're clearly not going to any big games. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, but I'm a
What's
super
real
fan right now.
fan? Super fan,
I've been a
super
fan
fan.
of San Francisco my whole life, by the way. Even though was born in Philadelphia and raised on the East Coast, I actually never had even been to San Francisco officially until like 2018. But I've been a San Francisco fan since I could make a decision about who I was a fan of in football. So I've watched them win, and lose. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Well, that's being a fan, right? That's
Yeah,
be a fan. Like win or lose, be a fan. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, well, I'm glad to see, and I can't wait to find out who's going. I'm pretty excited about it, but I'll be pulling for San Francisco clearly, uh, next week. And then we're going to have that. We're going to be at a Super Bowl party. I'm pretty excited about it. We're also going to be at Snowdown for anybody in Durango. We're going to be out there. And we might have some activities that we're doing out there, or at least maybe a pop-up. So check out, follow our pages and everything. We'll keep you up to date on when we're going on, what's going on when we're in your neck of the woods. Yeah. What else is on the list of things to talk about? I just put a bunch of stuff, but we have a few more minutes, 10 more minutes before we celebrate 420 on the West Coast. So I guess I'll just jump right into the Would You Rather. But I didn't really pick one today because I got sidetracked doing something else, talking to someone else. It's probably like a cute boy or something I was talking to. I was doing something. Oh, it's probably because I got kicked off of the TikTok, actually, is probably what happened. Both have a similar effect. It just makes me forget what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, this is kind of a good one. So, would you rather watch a movie with no snacks or drink, or have whatever you want, but the movie volume is always a little too quiet or a little too loud? What are we thinking?
I could watch a movie without snacks or drinks. The volume drives me freaking nuts.
Yeah, I always have the subtitles on too.
Yeah, I need subtitles nowadays.
I always have the subtitles on, and I was about to paste it in there. Thank you. I always keep the subtitles on, but I always, when the volume isn't great on the movie or whatever, I can't stand that.
No, I can't either. I remember the first time someone put captions onto my TV, I was so mad. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, why is this on my screen?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and they made their case for why they would like them on there. I was like, fine.
I mean, you can eat chips if you have the captions on.
And then yes, exactly. I was like, I watched it and I was like, and then they just stayed on. And now I'm like, I feel like I can't do without them when I don't have captions. It's like turning your volume down to find the parking spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't have to have them on all the time, but I don't mind them being on like at all. And yeah, you can eat chips like that. But I would say, because if the volume's too loud, it fucks with my sensory. I can't handle like too loud. And then also, but if it's too low, then I'm like struggling, and then I have to read the captions. I don't have choices anymore.
Yeah. Doesn't register at a certain volume.
Am I going deaf, or do we have this TV? There's a TV in my house that you could not on everything, but on some things, you could turn that bitch all the way up to 100 and still have a hard time hearing. And it's everything that is produced or whatever has its own sound, or has its own whatever sound built in to it. But like, yeah, so if their sound is too low, this TV, it's not this one, there's another one that if the sound is too low on the movie,
like
or whatever,
if it wasn't recorded in Dolby Digital surround sound.
right, if it's too low, we could turn that bitch all the way up to 100 and it still would, like, you'd be like, what can we get, so I can't stand that either. I would rather just have no snacks, which is a nightmare also, because I love to eat. If y'all don't know, I love to eat. I love to eat all the time. I'm thinking right now, since we're talking about it, that I'm gonna finish here and go make popcorn. Do y'all remember the time my friends that have been with me since the beginning of my TikTok, do y'all remember when I made that popcorn got so fucking
Oh, the medicated popcorn.
yeah. I made this infused olive oil, but I used like a flavored olive oil. So it was like garlic and like tomato basil or whatever, something like that. And or no, it was the black truffle. It was the black truffle olive oil. I poured it all over the popcorn. It was so good. It was so good. I ate this big old bowl of it and I got wrecked. I got wrecked. Kelly
Oh.
remembers. See, next was probably there for it too. I will have to say, I got so wrecked. I was like, oh my, that popcorn was so good though.
So
It was
good.
good.
That's the thing, is like you can't stop eating it and then it's all medicated and you're like,
Yeah, I know. Listen, no matter how wrecked I got, 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't
yeah,
care.
you're like,
It was so
even
good.
split it off if you think you're gonna, but no.
So fucking
Or
good.
just be ready to like lay out with your popcorn and your movies.
Mhm. Hey, we were gonna ask when we were talking about language earlier, is there a word that y'all can't pronounce? Is there like a word, like some people can't pronounce Worcestershire sauce? Like, is there a word in the English language that you cannot pronounce? I wonder.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to recognize it until I couldn't say it.
Until you can't
But
say it, yeah.
right. But I went through speech therapy and was a big reader growing up too. So like, I feel like my phonics are a little bit, or just my, my
Yeah,
palate too, the trained palate or whatever.
right.
Um, so I'm like,
Interesting.
I can't think of anything right now, but there's got to be. I mean, does everyone have one?
I feel like probably there are words that everybody can't say. There are words in the English language that are so difficult that a lot of people can't say them, but like then there are certain words that are like easy that certain people are like, no, I can't say that word.
Yeah,
I just physically can't say that word.
I'll pronounce everything phonetically as I see it. If I'm
Right.
reading it, whether. But as far as just like talking and being able to say,
I can't
you
imagine
know,
being I have to like give props. I don't understand why anybody would think that somebody from another country who knows any amount of English at all, broken or not, is not a smart person because like literally this is my first language and it confuses the fuck out of me.
mhm,
Of
mhm,
why like it some of the things don't make any sense at all. Like
no,
some things just make zero sense at all. Like we were talking about Charmin, never going to call it anything else. Um, there are words like that don't, it does, they don't make sense why we call things the way we call them.
and it's because I feel like it's the pulling from all the languages,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
okay, that's a
in that
logical
sense,
premise.
from Latin, from English, and
Like
from
old English and
and from the Romance languages, and um,
yeah. But it's like, you know, when we talk about how words are spelled and then how they're pronounced differently.
mhm, mhm. Well, why people, again, how my tie, people want to be like Megan, and it's like, no, it's Megan, like, like
Yeah,
paid,
like
like paid, or whatever,
yeah.
instead of
Well,
the
yeah,
long
because
AI.
they're spelled the same, but with like one different letter in the front or one different letter in the back, and then you pronounce them completely differently.
Yes, yes, and the long E, long A, and then I don't know. And then
Well,
languages that don't have vowel, not that they don't have vowels, but they don't use them like we do, like English does, and so then it's like, what the? That's just a bunch of letters thrown together.
right. What was the thing I said the other day? That the word, I don't know what the word is because I don't know it right off the top of my head, but the word for when you spell a word frontwards and backwards.
Oh, palindrome.
Palindrome is not a word that's you can spell frontwards and backwards. Why would you
No, it's a
not use
really
the word that you could spell frontwards and backwards to describe words that you could spell frontwards and backwards?
instead it's a really, I mean, it's a fun word to say, but it's like, wow, where did that come from? What's the roots of that word? Uh,
I can't stand it. It makes it hard. So anyways, it is, as you can see by her black screen, it is now 4:20 on the West Coast. Ding, 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 ding. Happy 420,
Happy 420
West Coast.
West Coast.
Um,
Would you?
Smoke with us. Roll them up. Roll them up. Roll them up. So we didn't really talk about anything serious today, but I think we need that every once in a while. And I really enjoyed today's show, and I hope everybody else did too.
Yep. I think it was great.
Happy 420. What's up, Nate? So as always, our Monday show is a short show. We usually do about an hour. And then our Wednesday show is a 2-hour show because we like to try to talk about something serious, what's going on in the world as it relates to cannabis or plant medicine or, life in general, and whatever the fuck we want, because this is our show. So yeah, 4:20 Mountain Standard Time every Monday and Wednesday. You can catch us here, Facebook Live, Twitch, and YouTube. Tune in, tell your friends, share, like, comment. All of that stuff helps build our algorithm. We are looking for sponsors. So if you are a company that wants to sponsor a podcast, or somebody who wants to sponsor a podcast, send them our way. You can hang out with us after the show during the day sometimes. We're in there working and such like that on our Discord. So check out solo.to/cannabiscloset420 to check out our Discord and all of our pages that you can go like, share, and follow.
Like, share, follow.
Working on some guests. So we might not have one this week, but we should have one very soon, or a couple very soon. And just got to get some recording schedules out of the way. As always, you guys, be nice to yourself. Put your mask on before assisting others.
Yes, cultivate love. Bring it to you. You deserve it.
You deserve it. And as always, stay lifted. Stay lifted, stay gifted. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, the 25th, 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. That's 5:20 Central. That's 6:20 on the East Coast. And that's 3:20 on the West Coast. Join us, won't you? We love you guys.
We love you. Thank you.